I ain't feeling lonely, and I wanna admit it's time to end the ride. Fading it too slowly, were those gonna lift me up this time? You were the only one who got me tripping up inside. All the words you told me, am I reading something different from your eyes? See you for a moment, even hope that I can feel.
I apologize right now. I haven't filmed in like a week, so I feel like I just kind of like forgot what the heck I'm supposed to do in front of this camera. I've been sitting here, I'm not even kidding, for almost like 2 hours trying to like get it out, and it's just not working today. It's just not working. Hey guys, thanks for watching. So today I am going to be doing a review, demo, and swatches on the new Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe. I am super excited that I finally got this. I feel like I waited a very long time to receive this in the mail, and I can tell that this palette is like throwing off the white balance in my camera. Son of a bitch. So I know that there are like thousands of other videos already on YouTube about this palette, but I thought I would just give my personal experience and thoughts on it. I have been watching Jaclyn Hill on YouTube for over 4 years now. Like, I still remember the first video I watched of hers. I don't know what it was called, but it was a video of her sitting in front of a white couch, I believe. Like, it was a light colored couch, and it had like sequin pillows in the background, and I was like, oh my god, this is so pretty. And I clicked on it and I was like, I wound up falling in love with her from like right then and there. But anyway, we're not here to talk about my love affair with Jaclyn Hill. Anyway, congratulations Jaclyn on this palette. I do want to talk about the palette just for a second here, because it is like a textured palette. It's not like smooth or anything like that. Like, it has a texture to it. So unfortunately, this is going to get dirty, and it will get dirty quickly if you are messy with your eyeshadows like me. I was trying so hard today not to mess this up. It does have like a little writing inside that says this palette is dedicated to all of my loving subscribers, XO Jaclyn. Oh, anyway, let me just talk to you guys about when I ordered it, how long it took me to get it, and all that good stuff. So I ordered it the day it was released, which was June 21st. I remember actually setting my alarm on my phone 10 minutes before 11 o'clock. I live on the East Coast, so it was released at 11 o'clock Eastern time. I know, a little obsessive and ridiculous, but I just wasn't sure how this was gonna go, and I'm so glad that I was like literally on that website at 11 o'clock on the dot, because things started crashing right away. I did wind up ordering a few other things because I was trying to make that $100 mark so I could get the free shipping. But unfortunately, I still came up like $5 or $6 under that mark, but I still somehow got free shipping anyway. I don't know how. Which is fine, I'm not gonna complain. But my dumbass forgot to use a damn discount code, so I could have been saving a few extra dollars, but I forgot because I was in such a rush. I actually had to wait over 30 minutes in line on the website before I could actually finish checking out, because that is how many people were ordering this palette. Like, it was insane. Like, when you went to hit the checkout button, it would pop up and say, please do not hit the back button or the forward button or X out of this browser. You are in line, you have to wait, blah, blah, blah. It was like, oh my god. So I had my phone like in front of me the whole time, like, is it time yet? Is it time yet? Is it time yet? So I could finish like ordering this stuff. So after about 33 minutes or so, I finally was able to finish checking out, and I got confirmation email immediately. And then literally on the 23rd, only a couple days later, they said that my items had already shipped, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have this like super early. I honestly thought I would have gotten the order before the 4th of July, because I ordered a liquid lipstick that I wanted to wear on the 4th, but obviously I did not get it for the 4th, so I did not get to wear it. That's okay. I should have already knew, because Morphe shipping is like ridiculously long. So I got my order on July 6th. Now, not counting Sundays and the 4th of July, it was about 12 days to get to me. I would go on my email every single day, no joke, just to see where it was at, like for tracking information, and that palette traveled more than I ever have in my lifetime. I cannot believe how many states that thing went through. I was like, holy crap. Everything was very well packaged. I cannot complain. Nothing was broken or missing or anything like that. It was all very, very well put together. ID cards inside of the package that has the eyeshadow colors and their names. I was really, really glad that I got one because a lot of people were saying that they didn't get one, and I was like, oh my god, that's gonna suck so bad because I would really like to know what the names are. And I'm kind of upset that they're not written inside the palette, but I will survive. I think I'm just gonna go and buy one of those like really fine tipped Sharpie pens, and I'm just gonna write the names underneath each of the eyeshadows inside the palette so that like they're there and I don't have to keep looking at a card, because I'm not gonna lie, when I was filming the demo for this look, having to look down at the card all the time was just kind of a pain in the ass. So I definitely think I'm gonna write the names inside the palette. Also, when I was filming the swatch part of this video, I was noticing a lot of the shades looked very similar to other eyeshadows that I have in my collection. So I wound up finding 13 eyeshadow dupes for this palette. Some are either like spot on or some are just a little bit off. You'll see them in the swatches, but I was like shocked at how a lot of the eyeshadows mimicked a lot of my Makeup Geek eyeshadows. This is actually my first Morphe palette that I've ever ordered. Like, I have those other ones that came out for Christmas that I did a review on, which I'll link down below. Those are like the only other palettes I have by Morphe, but I've never ordered like one of their big palettes because I don't like that black plastic casing. I just think they're so cheesy looking and I'm not into that. So I actually, when I want to try Morphe's eyeshadows, I used to order them in the individual pans and just test them out that way. And for the most part, all of those single shadows that I've ever ordered, I actually enjoy and like. I think that this is much nicer. If Morphe started doing all their palettes with this nice cardboard, I think that they would be a lot better. The other thing that I noticed is these pans are just a smidgen, not like anything huge, but a smidgen bigger than a Makeup Geek single eyeshadow. Like, wow, they're actually just a tiny bit bigger. So there's a little more product in these than there is in a Makeup Geek eyeshadow. Most of all of the matte eyeshadows in here are so creamy and so buttery. I cannot complain about them. But when you get towards, if I was holding it the proper way, but when you get towards the bottom, I found the bottom matte eyeshadows to be a little more chalkier in texture and a little more patchy, but nothing like crazy. Like, for instance, I used this Enchanted color here. It's like this really, really dark hunter green. When I swatched on my finger, I was feeling it, and compared to the other ones, it felt like a little more like chalkier in texture, but went on my eyes like super nice. So when you swatch it, it's a little different than the actual application on the eye. I didn't really find the black to be as black as the Makeup Geek Corrupt one, but it is a really good black. If you were to get your brush wet and use it as a liner, it would do a really good job. I did use this green like foil eyeshadow here called Diva in the center of my lid today, and I didn't have to wet my brush or use any glitter glue or anything. I was so shocked at how pigmented it was. It did have a lot of fallout, but all foil eyeshadows, when you're using a brush, usually have a lot of fallout, so I'm not going to complain. So for the swatches that I'm going to show next, there is no primer on my arm whatsoever. I did a finger swatch, a brush swatch, and then if it was a foil finish eyeshadow, I did use a little Fix Plus on the brush and then did a third swatch for that color, just so that you could see what they looked like if they needed to be applied wet. eye look here, and I think I'm going to call this my Enchanted Forest Goddess eye, because that's kind of what it reminds me of. I don't know, I was feeling green today with my camo and shit, so yeah, if you're interested in seeing how I achieved this eye look, just keep watching. Okay, so I already did go in and prime and set my eyes. I used my MAC Painterly paint pot, and I used my MAC Mylar. It's like just a matte white eyeshadow, because this palette unfortunately does not have that matte white eyeshadow, and I have to have that like every single day. So I am just gonna go in and put a little more powder underneath my eye area just in case there's fallout from anything, so I can just sweep it away easily. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up the color Silk Creme, and I apologize if you guys see me like looking down, but I have to look at the little card to tell you what the names of the eyeshadows are. So I'm gonna first go in with Silk Creme, and I am using a Morphe E27 brush. This is from the old Elite collection, like when they were getting the new one, so I got this like mad cheap. I just put that all into the crease as like a transition shade. So next I'm going to be taking Creamscicle on this R37 Morphe brush, and this is also going to go in the crease. Same brush, I'm going to pick up the color Roxanne. This I'm going to try to keep a little lower into the crease and onto the eyelid. A little, not a lot. It into that inner corner because I am going to be making like a halo eye today. Okay, so I just want to give you guys my thoughts so far. Very, very, very little fallout. I was expecting a lot more because these are extremely buttery eyeshadows. They blend out really, really nicely. Okay, so I'm now going to take the color Enchanted on a MAC 221 brush, starting from the outer corner. Holy hell, is this pigmented. From the outer V onto the lid a little bit for the inner corner. Now with just a flat eyeshadow brush, this is an old Mark Avon brush. I'm going to be picking up the color Diva, and this is just going in the very center of the lid. I did blend it just over the edges of the Enchanted color. I have to say I'm honestly shocked that I didn't need any Fix Plus with this or anything. This is like extremely pigmented all on its own. I honestly thought I was gonna have to use like a glitter glue or like a wet brush to get it to be that pigmented. But anyway, so I want a little more of a pop here in the very, very center, so I think I'm going to go in with like a more gold color. So with that same brush, I just wiped it off. I'm going to go in with the color Queen, just a little bit, but a lot comes off. Like they're really, really pigmented, so I don't really know that I want that much, but I'm going to try to go really light-handed. Because I'm like so paranoid I'm going to wind up making this an all gold eye. I'm just going to dot it on with my finger. Okay, now going back in with that 221 brush, I'm not adding any extra color. I'm just buffing the edges and into the crease. Taking my 220 IT Cosmetics eyeshadow brush, I'm going to pick up that Creamscicle color again, right on the bottom lash line. I'm not being like precise with, I'm just kind of putting it messily down here. Before I forget to add this in, that Diva color was a lot of fallout, but I mean it's kind of to be given with that formulation of an eyeshadow because it's that foil metallic-y finish. So before I wind up smearing it or anything, let's just sweep it away. Same brush, I'm going to pick up that Roxanne color. Basically just imitating what I did on the top on the bottom. Color reminds me a lot of, I think it's Cayenne, and the Naked Heat palette. The formula and everything, they're like very, very similar. And just with a brush, this doesn't have any extra product, it's just dirty, but I'm just gonna blend that a little bit. Okay, now taking a Morphe E43, just like a flat defining brush, I'm gonna pick up that color Enchanted again, and this is just gonna go tight under the lashes. As you can see, I did take this like all the way in for the most part. I'm just gonna stop like right here and leave this space for something else. Okay, going back in with that It Cosmetics eyeshadow brush, I'm gonna pick up a little bit more Roxanne and just kind of blend. A really, really bold bottom lash line. If you don't like a bold bottom lash line, you do not have to do this. Going in with another fluffy brush just to blend. Put a little more powder on my face. Going back in with the E43, I'm gonna pick up Diva, and this is just gonna go in the center. Doesn't have any extra product, it's just that 221 brush. I'm just kind of blending out the edges. Going in with this little itty bitty definer brush. This is an E35 brush. I'm gonna pick up the color Queen, just a really small amount, and that's gonna go right in the center. Now I'm just taking that It Cosmetics brush again, and I'm going to go in with a little Creamscicle and just at the very bottom. Now with that same little definer brush, I'm going to pick up more of the Queen color and put it right in the inner corner. A little bit of fallout here, so I'm just going to flick it away. Now with another one of my older Mark brushes, I'm just going to pick up some of that Beam color. Put it right under my brow. Now I'm just going to pick up a little bit of the Enlight color, but not a lot of it. And I'm just going to put this all in this area here. And now I'm just going to go in with a clean blending brush and just kind of like blend the edges together. I want to put a little bit of that Beam color in here as well, so with that same Mark brush. So that is it for this eye look. I'm going to go ahead and do my mascara and liner, and I will show you the finished result. Okay, so I went ahead and finished bronzing, contouring, and all that good stuff in my mascara and liner. And I actually really like how the eyes came out. I think they look really good, and I have to tell you guys right now because I wasn't sure what highlighter I was going to use today, and I remember Jaclyn saying that she used an eyeshadow out of the palette that was coming out, but she couldn't talk about it. I think that was on her Snapchat like a long time ago, and I was like, oh my god, her highlight just looked gorgeous. And I was like, I don't know which shadow she used for that highlight, but I used the color Enlight, and oh my god. Jaclyn, honey, you need to come out with a very big version of that, please, so that we can have it as a highlighter, because I was trying to go in with my fan brush like a million times because I was like, oh my god, I just want to keep putting on more, and it's such a small little pan, so I wish it was bigger. That needs to become a freaking highlight. Are you kidding me? I really, really like this eye look, and I think it's going to go really good with my outfit I'm going to go put on, so yeah, we'll be right back.
From moment even up that I can feel you. I see you. All that I wanted was to tell you that I need you.
All in all, I am extremely impressed with this palette. I personally think that this is going to be like my go-to palette like every single day now. I'm not even kidding. It just has like everything that you could possibly need in one palette, and I'm not just saying that. Like, it seriously does. And I am like a really big warm tone eyeshadow girl, so this is like the love of my life kind of palette right now. And then for those days when I'm feeling a little funky, there's like, you know, those crazy colors in the corner that I can play with. Like, I just think that this is very versatile. The only thing that it was missing for me, and I said it in the beginning of the demo, was that I have to have like that flat matte white, not stark white, but like a white, creamy white eyeshadow to set my painterly paint pot with, so that's why I had to use a MAC eyeshadow instead. But I absolutely do love these two light colors here because I did use the one as a highlighter today, and it's just so amazing. I absolutely love that. Jaclyn, honey, I'm serious when I'm telling you, you need to come out with a highlighter in that. For real. Yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below for me. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these first impression reviews. Please hit that subscribe button so you can see more of my videos in the future. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.